everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you probably saw from the thumbnail, we're going to be making two different nail sets today. So this was for one order and they turned out absolutely amazing, so I'm really excited to show you guys. I'm starting off with some medium square tips. These are just called square and they are from enailcouture, and I made sure to buff them, and now I am applying a coat of Beetles base coat gel. And I love this base coat gel. It makes the nail super strong, and I only need one coat, especially for medium length nails, because once I apply all the layers of all the gel and everything is all done and finished, they end up being extremely strong and sturdy. So I'm only doing one coat of this, and I'm going to make sure to cure it, and then I'm going to start on my design. And I actually also wanted to say that this is going to be a little bit more of a tutorial, but also like talking, because there is some questions that I forgot, or not forgot, but that I missed on my last Q&A video. If you guys didn't check out that Q&A video, I totally recommend you guys check it out. I was just doing a Q&A while I was painting a Goku nail set. So yeah, if you guys are interested in my Q&As and you like hearing like my opinions on things, or things me answering questions, that video I answered a lot of questions. So any questions I had left over, I'm just gonna bring it into this video, but I'm also gonna do the tutorial at the same time. So right here I am using this color called Purple Pink, I believe, from Rajism on Amazon, and everything I'm using in this video will be in the description box below. If not, it will be in my Amazon storefront. I will put in the description which one it's going to be on. But yeah, I love this brand of gels from Amazon. It is my favorite. I love all the colors I have purchased from them so far, and yeah, they don't know I exist. I just genuinely love their stuff. And I love this pink because it's more of like a cool tone pink rather than super warm, so it's very, very different, and I get a lot of use out of this gel. I've purchased it probably like 4 times already, because a lot of people really love the cool toned pink rather than like the usual really warm toned peachy type of pink. So this one is just really great, and I actually really love it. So yeah, I'm just doing this on all of the nails, and then I'm going to put it to cure. And then the next color I'm putting on top of this, I love layering all my nude gels or pink base coats. So I am going in and putting number 149 from Rajism, which is called Milky Pink, I believe. And that one's going to go on top of this one. I always mix my colors, not mix them, but like layer them. And that's why sometimes it's really hard for me to remember what I use for certain sets, especially when I'm doing freestyles. Because a lot of the time I just won't remember what I'm doing. And both of these sets are freestyles. I forgot to mention that. And these were a part of my freestyle sale that I last did. So yeah, I really love how they turned out. They're super, super cute. But now while I'm painting this, I'm going to go ahead and answer a question that I didn't answer on my last video. So somebody asked, how long did it take you to sell your first set of press-ons? And honestly, it didn't take me a long time because I was already doing acrylic nails before I even started press-on nails. So it really helped me out that I already had an Instagram based on nails, and I already had clientele. So a lot of the people that were already following me went ahead and ordered press-ons once the pandemic started, because I was doing nails around that time. I started before 2019. So yeah, that just kind of helped me out. And if it was up to me right now, and in this moment where there's so many people doing nails, I would just make sure that I stand out above everybody else, make sure I have super high quality photos, and advertise myself every single day, and use a lot of hashtags and cross post on all social medias. That is how you will ensure that you get your first order. But anyways, now I'm going to be painting on a baby blue French tip, and this is using Another Glass. The shade is called Another Glass from Nail Reserve. It is the most perfect powder baby blue. It is such a good color. I've already gone through my second bottle of this, or I'm on my second bottle of it, and I absolutely love this color. It is super pigmented. It is like a super opaque baby blue. Like, you only need one layer. It is so good. And yeah, this is definitely a perfect color for if you need to do like baby shower nails or any type of blue nails for spring, Easter. This is definitely an essential color to have. And if you guys ever want to purchase Nail Reserve gel polishes, I do have a code with them, and it's always in the description box. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, and I genuinely love their polishes. While I'm painting this French, I am using the brush that I got from a set on Amazon, and that one is in my Amazon storefront under brushes. It is like a set of pink brushes, and I'm using the 20 millimeter, I believe, 20 or 12. I think I'm using the 12 actually, the 12 millimeter brush from that set. So if you guys are wondering what brush I'm using. And then another question I got is, how do you prevent shrinkage on the press-ons when using gel polish, or does it depend on the press-on itself? So it really sucks because a lot of I think like every nail probably shrinks, and if you don't experience shrinkage, you probably, I don't know, like it's weird if you don't, but I don't know if it has anything to do with the nail tips. I think if you use a Prey nails, maybe those don't shrink as much because they're super high quality. That's what I assume. I've never used them, but one thing's for sure, you are going to feel like they shrunk if you have super um flat nail beds, because the nails are already a little slightly curved, like the press-ons when you buy them, and applying all the layers of gel makes them curve ever so slightly more. So what I would recommend is, if you have flat nail beds, I would recommend flattening the nail tip out a little bit first, like literally pressing it down with your thumb on the to your table, and that'll flatten it out. And then once you put it on the press on, when it's all finished, it won't be shrunk anymore. I don't know if that makes any sense. Maybe I can make a video on it, but I do this for certain people that have told me that they have flat nail beds, and I don't know if it seems to help. I feel like it might help because it does help me, and that's what I do. So yeah, that's what I recommend. And then another thing is, you could always just size up on the nails. Even if you're not going to tell your customer that you sized up, just size up if you know that you use a lot of layers, because you know your nails more. You know what I mean? You know your work. For example, me, I know I use a lot of layers all the time, so I always usually do size up for my customers without telling them, and their nails always end up fitting perfectly. But that goes more so for a set that I know I'm gonna have to do a lot of layers on. Like for example, I can look at a set that somebody has requested, and I will know right away how many layers of gel I will need exactly, because I think it's just because of I have like years of experience already, that I know just by looking how many layers I'm gonna need, especially if it's a set of acrylic nail inspo. Most of the time those require way more layers of gel. Like if there's marble and then like an ombre, those always require so much layers. So I'm just saying, like, when it comes to designs like that, I know for sure that I need to size up. And if it's like a simple set, like for example a basic French, most of the time, 90% of the time, I do not need to size up for those, because for French I usually do only use like 1 or 2 base layers of the base color, and then the French on top, and then top coat, and that's it. And then yeah, so it's just certain designs require more gel, and I think that's why you might have experience with your nails shrinking. And I'm sorry you guys, my dogs are playing in the background. Another quick question that I got was, what nail tips do I like to use? And the ones that I use are enailcouture or Nails by Dev. Those are the only two that I'm using as of currently. And I want to try more, but every time I order some from Amazon, they run super small, so I'm not sure. I think I'm going to try to find some on AliExpress. But now what I'm doing in the video is I'm just going ahead and choosing out my nail charms. So like I said, this was a freestyle, and I knew I wanted to do something super spring inspired, because this was actually, I think, a free set. I don't really remember, but I think I gave this set to her as a free gift, because I did take a long time to ship her order out. And the second set you see was the freestyle she ordered. Well, she ordered a freestyle, but this one is actually a spring freestyle that I gave her for free. So I made this one just so that she can have an extra set, just as an apology, because, you know, I do feel super bad when I take super long to ship out my orders. And yeah, so I made her this set. So I grabbed these really pretty little flowers that I actually ordered from Shein, I believe, and I got them from I showed them in a past video haul that I did, and they are genuinely so beautiful. They actually look identical to like acrylic flowers, but they look even better because they're like thinner little what is it called, petals, and they're super beautiful. They come with a bunch of different colors. I'll put them in my description in case you guys wanted to get them. And then these little butterflies are also from there, and they are so pretty. I love them, and the colors of these butterflies went perfectly with the roses and everything, and I just wanted to create a little cluster And then the other thing is these little green leaves are super cute because they look also just like acrylic flowers or acrylic leaves. And it is a really easy and simple way to get the same look and a really elegant type of vibe without having to actually pull out acrylic, because if you guys know me, you know I hate using acrylic. So yeah, I love, love, love these little flowers, and I'm going to try to find a bunch of more different styles that I can get, because I am obsessed. I've already used them on like 2 or 3 sets because I love them that much, and they're so pretty. And I'm also using my Macart rhinestone gel to adhere all of the little um, 3D little things. So I'm using a generous amount, and then I'm going to make sure to cure it super well in the lamp, because if it's under cured even a little bit, the rhinestones or charms will fall off. So I always make sure to do that. And then the other thing I love about these little flowers is that they're actually matte. Like a lot of the time you find little flowers or charms like this and they're glossy. And I specifically love these because they're matte and they look super good. Yeah, so I can't say enough good things. I love them so much and I want to find more colors. And then while I'm applying this cluster, I'm going to answer another question. So another question I got is a super good question actually, and it is, I believe, let me look at it again, but I think it's what was the most expensive set you have ever done? So that is a very good question, and honestly, it's probably not as expensive as you think. But it is this set right here. I will insert it right after this little clip. So it was this set on the bottom row right here. It was a set done with big stones that were pure Swarovski. And I mean like actual Swarovski, not Serenity, not anything else, like actual Swarovski. I bought them, I had bought them way before they had stopped selling to nail techs. I know they sell them to nail techs now, but that whole time that they didn't sell them was when I made them. And I used all my Swarovskis that I had bought from before. And all the Swarovskis I used were from Bluestreak crystals. And yeah, that set was $120. So that is the one that you see there on the bottom row. And yeah, so that is the most expensive. Honestly, not too bad. I've never charged anything over that, I believe. And if I have, they probably never ended up ordering. But yeah, that is the most I ever charged, or the most expensive set I ever did. Another question that I got was, do you sketch out ideas in advance or majority freestyle or inspo pics? So I've actually never sketched out ideas in advance. I always just look at inspo photos and completely wing it, or yeah, just freestyle the set. And I've never, yeah, I don't think I've ever really sketched anything out and like planned it ahead of time, which I probably should do, because there's a lot of times where I am very stuck on a freestyle and don't know what to do, and I'm really stuck there thinking of ideas, and I have to like scroll for inspo and stuff like that. So I feel like if I had ideas drawn out, I could definitely get my sets done a lot faster rather than sitting there on the spot and like thinking about it. But something I have done before is write ideas down in my notes on my phone. I have done that, even though that's not like sketching it out, but that is like writing ideas down. But I've tried to go back and look at the ideas I've written, and my brain at the moment cannot comprehend what my brain was thinking at that time. Not because it's a bad idea, but because I genuinely don't understand what I write down. Like, I'll write down thumb silver chrome with this and this and this, and then like when I go back and look at it and try to make it, I'm like, what did I mean by that? Like, I don't see the vision now, you know what I mean? So I'm more of a type of person where if I think of an idea, I need to make it like within the next few days if I really do come up with something I really want to make, because if I leave it and write it down for later, then I'm definitely not going to know what I was thinking in the moment, because I forget absolutely everything. I joke around with my boyfriend and tell him that I have the memory of a goldfish, because I literally do. Like, I forget everything. So yeah. Um and then since I'm applying stones still, I'm going to answer another question. Let's see if there's any more that I didn't answer. But um oh, this is a good question. Somebody said, are there nails that you won't do, like a design or a shape length? So, yes, there's designs that I choose not to do, and that is only because most of the time they are acrylic, made with acrylics, like type of sets. 95% of the time I could replicate absolutely anything, but when it comes to certain types of designs, I can't. For example, like this isn't even acrylic, but like a certain type of airbrush design that needs a certain type of stencil. There's a lot of times that people, well, not a lot, but like a few times that people have asked me to do a certain type of design where you need a stencil for it, and I don't have the stencil, and I try to find it and I can't, and then it's kind of difficult to do like that certain type of airbrush stenciling. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a technique that like you need to know how to do, and that is one that I have turned down and basically just said that I don't have the stenciling for that and stuff like that. But the other thing that I can't do is like certain types, like I said, of acrylic type of designs, but a majority of the time it is possible. So I don't know if that answered your question, because it isn't, it's kind of rare that I turn down designs because I don't want to do them or because I can't. Most of the time I could pretty much replicate anything, so that's usually not a problem. But another thing that I will kind of turn down a little bit is a super custom type of shape that I don't have, where I'll need to file all the nails a certain way, things like that. Like sometimes I'll have people that ask for a length that's in the middle of a long stiletto and a medium almond. Like they want a almond that's a little bit longer than medium, that's pointy but not super round, like, you know, things like that where I have to customize every single nail. I usually turn those down because there's no way for me to get it perfect. I'm not a pro at shaping almond and stiletto out of like a nail tip, and it's super hard. If you guys have tried it, you probably understand it's really hard to shape like a perfect almond or perfect stiletto if you don't already have the nail tip shaped that way, especially if it's a custom shape. I usually do turn those down just because it's just not something that I know I would be able to do perfectly, because every nail might look kind of different and might look kind of wonky. So yeah. So next I'm going to do the second set for this video, and I'm doing all the same steps that I did on the last set, except I'm doing a milky white base. So this is my favorite milky white gel polish, and I get it on Amazon. I will put it in the description, and it is the perfect milky white because it's not super yellow, it's not super cool toned, and it is just like the perfect in between. So I really, really like it, and I'm doing a few layers of this. This milky white, you definitely need a few layers or it will definitely look streaky. So yeah, I think 2 to 3 layers depending of this color. And I'm so sorry if you guys hear like annoying breathing, panting, because my dogs are literally right next to my computer and they play like 24/7. So they're really, really tired right now. So if you guys hear that, that's what that is. But another question that I got is, how long did it take you to do a set when you first started? Um, and then, so basically, like, it just depends, but like it depends on the design, right? To this day, I still take really long time on some sets. Um, when I first started for acrylic nails, I would take like 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours, and I'm not exaggerating. That's actually how long I used to take. That was for a full acrylic set on a client. And then when I started doing press on nails, I would take about 2 to 3 hours, and that was for a simple design, like a regular V French tip. Like I remember I couldn't even do a V French tip. I wanted to cry because it was so difficult to achieve, and it was because I was using a short little brush. And if you guys are good at nails or know what to do, you guys know that when you want to do any type of French, whatever kind of French it is, a long brush is key. So I didn't know what to do, and you know, that really, really took a toll on me. And I specifically remember that set took me a few hours, whereas now a set like that with a V French will take me like 30 minutes. So yeah, it's just crazy. Don't be so hard on yourself if you're just starting out, because when you're barely beginning, it's super hard to get a design down perfectly, like what you want, because it's just difficult. Like you just don't know what to do. You know what I mean? So right here I am grabbing some white gel polish. This is my Melody Susie white gel. It is my favorite, and I get it on Amazon. It is a perfect one coat white gel. I finally found the perfect white coat gel. And I'm going to be grabbing a bunch of other things as well. I'm not really sure what I ended up doing for this set. I don't remember. But here I am grabbing some blooming gel for this middle finger. And this blooming gel is it's from Mia Secret. And then I'm going to grab this jelly color from, I think the brand is called Gaoi or something like that. And I'm going to be putting a dot of this in the center. This is just going to make a perfect baby pink aura type of design. And yeah, so I'm doing that in the middle. I don't know if I end up taking it off, honestly, because I don't remember what design exactly that I ended up doing. I think I ended up just painting the whole nail. Yeah, it's right here. I ended up just painting the whole nail like a baby pink color. So having the white base underneath worked perfectly because I only needed one coat of this to get the color I wanted. And again, this was a freestyle, so I was kind of just winging it in the moment. I didn't really know exactly what to do or what I was going to do, so I was just kind of going at it differently. The only thing that she told me she wanted incorporated is white into the set. She just said she wanted white incorporated, that's it. And it could be anything. So I was like, okay, let's do this. And yeah, I'm just gonna do that on the middle finger. But another question I got is, what advice would you give for someone starting out? So that's a super good question, and the advice I would give is to take social media serious. I cannot stress that enough, because without social media nowadays, it's so sad, but it's true, but your business will not take off like you want it to. Social media is everything, unfortunately. Like, not unfortunately, it's a good thing. A lot of people make money because of social media, but you definitely need to take it serious. Like, take Instagram serious, try to take good quality photos and videos of your work, post reels, because right now Instagram's all about reels. I said this in my last video, but if you guys didn't watch my last video, I said if you have a good personality and if you kind of know how to your way around like an iPhone or a computer, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be doing YouTube. And I definitely recommend you post YouTube shorts, things like that, because that will definitely get you somewhere. And do a lot of research. Try to follow more press on girls or you know, just different people that do the same type of niche that you want to do, and see what they do, see what they use, see how they do their set, and try to find your style. Like, try to find your style of work. Like, some people only do aura type of designs or more trendy designs, and some people do only like more simple. They cater more to short nail girls, you know, people that really like the shorter, more simple nails. And then there's also people that specifically specialize in triple extra long extendo nails with big charms, diamonds, everything like that, or, you know, rhinestones. Um, so if you like a different type of style, make your Instagram or your page all about that specific type of style. Just because you will find what you like better. That's what I recommend for someone starting out. I knew when I started out that I liked everything. I liked a little bit of everything. I love a good simple set. I love a good hand painted set. I love character nails. So if you go to my Instagram, my page has a little bit of everything, and that just, I like it like that because I like showing people that I am a nail artist with variety. Like, I can do anything. I can do anything you want. If you want something simple, I can do simple. If you want extra, I can do extra. If you want characters, I can do characters. Like, I like having a different, I like being able to have the freedom and like versatility that I have. So that's why I don't have a specialized, like, I don't specialize in one specific thing. But yeah, let me explain really quick what I'm doing on this set. So as you can see right here, I was kind of just doing a type of design where I was doing little stars and little like lines, and then I don't remember why I wiped it off. I think I didn't like what it looked like, so you guys will see what I end up doing. And I'm just leaving all my mistakes in here because I was like I said, I didn't really know what I was going to do. So I also want to explain my questions and answers, so that's why I'm leaving this part in, whereas usually I would probably cut it out. Not all I don't cut it out all the time, but another time I would probably cut it out just because I don't want you guys to get bored. But right now I need the footage so I could answer the questions. So I hope you guys understand that. This is another really, really good question, and it is, have you ever been scammed? And if so, how did you handle it? So I don't think I've ever been scammed, honestly, but it's bound to happen. I feel like it could happen at any time. That's why I try to be super careful on who I let order from me. I do not order from sketchy pages. I do not order from people that have like no followers or a brand new Instagram page or anything like that. And I don't let people order from me if they are being super rude or super demanding or super entitled. I just don't. I would prefer not to, because I know you guys have probably heard this saying before, but not all money is good money. I would rather just, you know, stick to my few loyal people that order rather than accepting a bunch of new people that are potential either scammers or anything like that. I just can't think off the top of my head if I have been scammed. I don't think so. And I think the only time I was about to get scammed, or I don't know if this is getting scammed, I think it is, but I had already sent out the nails and everything, and a girl tried to request a refund on Cash App, and I declined it. And then when I went to message her about it, she just never even answered me. Like, I went to message her and said, hey, I saw that you requested a refund. I'm a little bit confused because you got your nails a few weeks ago already. So I think she was trying to scam me. She was trying to get her money back, even though I don't think it's that easy to get your money back on Cash App. So that's why I like using Cash App and I like using Zelle. So those are the payments that I use. And yeah, I don't take a whole bunch of orders, enough to be able to get scammed. But yeah, I don't know. It's bound to happen. I mean, it happens to every business, but I hope it never happens, of course. And then another question I got is, hey Val, have you ever thought about going live on YouTube? So yes, I actually have thought about it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you guys, I live somewhere where it's super loud. People are always bothering me most of the time. And my dogs are freaking crazy. Like, I have 3 dogs and they're always either at my door or crying or barking or playing. I have 3 big dogs. So 3 boxers. And if you guys have a boxer, you guys know they're crazy. They're wild. They're energetic, and they're little babies. They always want to be right next to me, crying. They always want attention. So it's kind of hard for me to do, but I totally can try at least. And I kind of do want to try it. Like, I feel like it would be really cool. If you guys are down for me to go live, I don't know if it might be kind of boring or not. I kind of also want to go live maybe on TikTok, just because I know a lot of people usually do go live on TikTok and you can play music without them shutting you down and stuff. And maybe I would probably do something like that. If you guys are interested in me going live on TikTok, let me know. Because maybe I'll start posting on there more, as long as they don't ban it, because I know they were gonna ban it. But if they end up not banning it, I don't know if they already decided, but if they end up not banning it, then maybe I will start going live on there. Maybe post my lives here to YouTube or something like that. I don't really know how it works because I've never done it, but let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Maybe I could just go live while I'm like making a set and explain what I'm doing, things like that, like just a chill type of live. And right here, I'm going to explain to you guys what I decided to do. So I decided to add this really cute dark brown bow. It is like a chocolate reddish brown. It is so pretty and I love it. So I decided to add this bow on the center of the nail with my Macart rhinestone gel. And I did also get this bow in my haul, the same haul that I posted when I got the little roses. So yeah, super cute, and I love the way the bow looks. And then another question that I got is, how did you learn to draw characters, and how do you feel about making stickers beforehand? Oh, so I think you're talking about the little sticker method where you draw the character on something and then peel it off. If that's what you're talking about, I have never tried that. And if I had to do acrylic nails or nails on a client in person, like Gel X or whatever, then I would probably for sure think about drawing the character ahead of time. But because I do press on nails and I don't have like a person waiting on me, I am able to draw the character straight onto the nail. But like I said, if I was doing a client in person, I would probably think about the idea about doing like the little sticker ahead of time where you just stick it on the nail and, you know, adhere it with glue, I think. I'm not sure if that's the method you were talking about, but yeah. And then the question was also, how did you learn to draw characters? So I actually started learning by watching Nails by Dev's TikTok lives. If you guys have not watched her lives, and if you guys want to get into drawing characters, I totally recommend her lives. Are super good. She doesn't always explain what she's doing in depth, only sometimes when she does the classes, but I genuinely think that they really helped me out with drawing characters. Watching her lives made me feel more comfortable, and she will do lives sometimes where you could follow along and paint with her, and those are the ones that I started doing, and I think I did like 2 to 3 of those lives, and they genuinely made my character art so much better, and I really, really recommend them. So yeah, if you guys don't already follow Nails by Dev on TikTok, you guys totally should. And then Sophie asked, "How are you?" I am doing good. Jess also asked, "How am I?" I'm doing good. I did talk a little bit in my last video about how like I was feeling a little unmotivated. I just keep getting sick and it's super frustrating. And something that I actually didn't tell you guys is that I actually just got done having food poisoning, which is freaking crazy. Like, what are the odds that I get sick back to back twice and then I get food poisoning? Like, things like this only happen to me. Like, I swear I have the worst luck ever. I don't even know how it happened, but it freaking sucked so bad. I didn't eat a single thing for exactly 2 whole days. The only thing I was able to eat is plain white rice. And other than that, I was sick, super, super sick. Oh my gosh, I hate it. I do not wish that on anybody. And it was the worst thing ever because there was like 11 days where I didn't post a YouTube video, and that was because I got food poisoning. Like, that is insane. Like, how does that even happen? Oh my gosh, so frustrating, but I'm thankfully over it now and I'm feeling way better. I genuinely thought I was going to have to go to the hospital because I didn't understand how you get rid of food poisoning. I never had it before. So I was like, what do I do? Like, I just was making sure to drink the electrolyte. There's like an electrolyte drink. I don't know what it's called. I think Pedialyte, and I was just drinking that and eating plain white rice, like literally plain, and that was all I could eat. And yeah, so other than that, I'm finally better and I'm doing good. Thank you guys so much for asking, and thank you so much, Jess, for saying you look forward to more of my videos. I really appreciate you. And yeah, so I just really appreciate those of you guys, all of you guys that give me super sweet comments. I love reading your guys' comments. And let me think, or let me see if I have any other questions that I didn't get to answer. Oh, this is a really good question. So someone asked, when you first started, did you make loads of designs ready to sell? So I actually did not. I just started posting that I was doing press-on nails, and I posted, um, I got a few orders, and I think I might have made just a few sets for Instagram purposes so that I could post them. Like, I made like a cheetah print set and a few other simple ones just so that I can post them on my Instagram, so I had something to post. And if someone asked for them, I would sell them. But I would recommend now, if I was starting off from scratch and I didn't have anything, a page that had to do with nails, I would definitely recommend that you go ahead and make designs pre-made ahead of time and start posting them on your story and saying that they're available, just in case someone is interested in your work. And it is easier to have designs that are ready to go. And yeah, that is just something I would recommend, is just making any type of set that you could with any free time that you do have. Like, I noticed that sometimes I will just be scrolling on TikTok for like an hour or two, and that is the perfect amount of time to be able to make a really cute set that you could post on Instagram. You know what I mean? You guys might not notice that you are just scrolling through Instagram Reels, TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is. You might not notice, and that could be time that you could just be making a set that is good for your Instagram feed. Another thing I wanted to mention about what I'm doing in the video is I went ahead and drew a French tip on the thumb and the pinky, and I specifically mixed together a color that looked identical to the bow that I am using. And then I'm grabbing this really cute white heart. I was going to use a clear one, but I decided on a white heart, and I'm going to be putting it right here with my Macart Rhinestone Gel. And this is just also incorporating more white because, like I said, she wanted white incorporated. So I have the milky white incorporated and then these cute little white hearts. So yeah. Let's see if I have another question. So I got another question that is a super good question. She asked, can you give examples of which specials or promotions you ran for your press-ons that worked really well? So that is a really good question. So something I like to do, and I still like to do right now, that does very well for me every single time, is posting some type of freestyle sale. So a lot of the times, a lot of people do not know what they want for their nails. Sometimes it's hard for people to choose out a design. And if you already have a bunch of designs that you've done on your page, and especially if you have already chosen the type of designs you like to do, like I mentioned earlier, whether you like to do short and simple or super long and extra, whatever it may be, if you have already chosen your specific type of designs that you like to do, this is even more of a reason to do something like this if you're trying to get new clientele, or new customers. So post a freestyle sale, post a base price of like, this is what I do. So I post medium length, long length, extra long length, and I'll post a price of medium length, freestyle, long length, freestyle, and extra long length, freestyle. And they will be significantly cheaper than what that set would be if someone had got it custom. And this is a really good way for you to get some clientele. A lot of clientele that I have has ordered from me because they saw my freestyle sales. For example, I would do $50 flat for a medium length freestyle, just like the ones you're seeing here. So an example is these freestyles right here cost $50. So that is, I feel like, a very fair price, especially if you're adding gems, hand painted art, whatever it may be. And you can always tell them to let you know if they do like gems or if they don't, because sometimes people don't like gems and charms, so they prefer hand painted art. And even a medium length set with full of hand painted art, no matter what it is, just make their price worth it and make them want to come back to get more nails. You know what I mean? You could also ask if they want a specific color incorporated, or if they do not like a specific type of design. Like, for example, I've had one person, I think, tell me that they do not like French tips, and I just made sure that I didn't incorporate French tips into their set, whereas normally I might have incorporated that. So I'm really glad I decided to ask. And I ask now for every single freestyle that I do. I always make sure to ask, is there anything you do not like, and is there a color you would like incorporated? And it really, really helps me just see what type of vibe they're going for, what type of nails they like to do. And I especially love when someone will tell me, I usually go for just pink or nude, but do something different because I'm always trying to stay in my comfort zone, and I want the freestyle because I want to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and try something new. Almost every single time, a customer will tell me that when they order a freestyle. They will tell me that they want to try something new and that they want to get out of their comfort zone a little bit. So I will incorporate something different into their freestyle. For example, this nail set I'm doing right now looks super, super cute, but it is not a color that she may have chosen for herself. I mean, I don't know. Of course, I don't know. But maybe it was not what she was expecting, and she actually loves it. So that's just something to think about. Freestyle sales are a very good idea, especially if you're super creative and you have a lot of ideas for designs. It is something that I for sure recommend. And before I keep talking and rambling, you guys know I talk a lot. I did some silver rhinestones right here on the ring finger, and then I did the little silver heart on the thumb, and I'm just applying little charms because they look super cute, and I feel like this is a set that would be trendy right now, so I hope she likes it. And then let's see if I have enough time for another question. I think I only have like 2 minutes left, and let's see. Can you give examples on how to deal with customers' complaints and problems? So I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of time to answer this question, but let's see. She said, shipment lost in the mail, nail tips broken during shipment, they don't like the design or color, they want to cancel the order after you already started making them, they have been wearing them for a few days and lost the gems or their nail polish chipped, and then they broke a nail and need a replacement nail, and then how much is the required deposit? Should it be a percentage or a set amount? Deposit being non-refundable, how do you handle the person who wants it back? So this is a very good question. So first things first, I'm going to answer with what I do. So the first thing is, personally, thankfully, I've never had a shipment get lost in the mail because I ship all of my packages with USPS, and they always have a tracking number. Thankfully, they have never gotten lost. The only thing that has happened to me before is I dropped a package off at the post office, and the package did not get scanned in. It had been already like a week, or almost a week. I think it was like 5 days that I had it dropped off, and it wasn't getting scanned in. And the customer literally kept telling me that I didn't ship it out, that I was lying, and things like that. And I was really frustrated. I was really nervous and kind of scared because I was like, did someone steal the package? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it hasn't even been scanned in, so it's probably not even in the system, but I had already dropped it off. Like, what's going on? Another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys, I never dropped the packages off in those drop boxes that are outside, I always make sure to drop the package off inside of the post office. Like walk in and they usually have like a bin or somewhere that you can drop it, and that is where I always drop my packages off because I want to make sure that they cannot get stolen. This is what the set looks like, by the way. Super cute. I love it. But I'm going to keep talking. So I only have a few minutes or a minute. But yeah, so thankfully that has never happened. So I'm not sure what I would do. And if it genuinely did get lost and I heard it from USPS themselves that it was lost, then of course I'm just probably gonna offer a refund. But at the same time, I do make sure that people know once the package is in USPS's hands, I am not liable. Like if it gets lost, I'm sorry, but I'm not liable. I still put the work in and everything like that, and I am not a big corporation that can afford to refund the money. You know what I mean? That can afford to refund the money like Walmart, Target, whatever. Because I took a few hours already to make the nails. You know what I mean? Another, the next one is tips broken during shipment. I've never had that happen before, so I'm not sure how I would handle that. But if it was broken during shipment, it's probably because, I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know how to answer that one. And then another one is that they don't like the design or color. So I always make sure to really make it super clear about what they want before anybody orders. So if they're ordering a custom, I always make sure that it is very clear and we're on the same page about what they're going to get, because of things like this that have happened before. And something like that has actually happened to me recently, which really sucked. So I usually try to make it very, very clear about what they're going to get. But this specific customer had asked me for a freestyle set that was based on a photo that she sent me of like a really pretty watercolor type of painting. And it was it was not like cartoon at all. It was super watercolor type of very, very, very soft lines, very like kind of like angelic looking, and it had no harsh lines whatsoever in the painting. So when I made the nails exactly like the painting, like I tried my hardest, I took hours to make it exactly like the photo, she came back and told me that she wanted it to look like my Grinch nail sets, which are cartoon nail sets. So I was so confused. I was like, wait, so you wanted it to look like cartoon, but I don't understand, because the photo you sent me, you said you wanted the sets based off of this, and you never told me you wanted a cartoon inspired set. Like, I was super confused, but that did happen to me, and thankfully she was understanding. She was like, no, I get it. I didn't communicate well, and it's kind of my fault. But yeah, I was still kind of bothered by that, but I mean, you can't really get bothered by it because some people just don't know how to communicate that well. But yeah, that did happen to me recently. And then with people wanting to cancel the order after I already started making them, I make it extremely clear and make sure that they agree to the terms that once they order, there are no refunds at all, unless I have to issue a refund on my end because of a certain reason. So they cannot decide to cancel their order once they've already placed it, because there is people that wait a long time to order from me, and sometimes there's just, I take spots and there's no way for them to cancel, because if they cancel, then that's a different spot that could have been filled by somebody that has been waiting just as much time as they have. You know what I mean? So I always make sure to let them know that there is no refunds as soon as they order, and usually everybody is very understanding of that. So yeah, you guys, that is it for the questions. I ran out of time, but I hope you guys liked the questions and answering. And this is what this blue set turned out like once it was done being filed. It turned out absolutely stunning. It is so beautiful. Definitely gives off beautiful, classy spring vibes. And then now I'm going to insert what the second one looked like. So here is the second one. I absolutely love both sets. Thank you so much for everybody that asked questions. I absolutely love answering them. And thank you for all of your sweet comments as well, and just asking how I'm doing. I really love and appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!